Oopsie. Okay, good morning, everybody. Um, so, what are we doing today? Today, we are continuing where we left off, basically, because the last time, I couldn't run Unreal, I couldn't run, my version control, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't work. Actually, I know the reason. The reason is I installed Node.js, and that just triggered uh, a series of installations of other things that then messed up my setup here. So I don't know why this is the case, but it is the case. So I didn't get I didn't stream a lot. It was just like 20 minutes of me trying to fix things, and it didn't work. And then I finally got it going. Um, well, I got it going, and then I basically okay. So let me just so I changed the whole issue with uh, you know the soldiers scanning for each other, but now what happens is that these guys walk through each other. Now they lock onto the correct soldier, which is great. Like the first line, it locks onto the first line of the enemy. But they walk through each other, which is a problem. So Claude suggests I do some physics programming, and I feel like that might be correct. But I also wanna ask him something else. What would the thing be on? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what he's gonna tell me on this, but we'll see. Mm. Yeah, on component hit. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, so I have to actually just remove the original physics thing. Rather, I don't know, it was somewhere in here. Ignore. So we already had the pawn thingy, which was correct. So now they should not overlap. And they should just crash into each other, but they will not give me any event. No, they will give me still events. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Generate overlap events. Collision presets. Generate overlap events. Why is this here twice? Generate overlap events. Collision. Collision preset. Oh, okay. This was something else. Okay. Yeah, sure. So it's fine, but this was the pawn one, yeah. And this was character mesh, I think, yeah. So what we're doing now it's gonna be back to the original state where our soldiers simply run up to the enemy. Okay, let's walk instead. Yeah, okay. This is actually closer to what I want. Okay, so they stop. At approach, use on combo and hit. Friendly soldiers block each other. Block friendlies. Into enemy. Both stop. Engagement happens. Well, yeah. On component hit. Okay. On component hit. Component hit. Component hit. Assign bind event. Well, I think this is what we're gonna have to do then. And we should do that somewhere up here. Yeah, we're binding these events all the way up here. This military launches strikes against who? Iran. Yeah, that's gonna go over well during their during the big funeral ceremonies. Yeah. That's great. Okay. It's gonna be great for the world economy and the gas prices and everything. God damn it. Okay. Let's move up here. And let's put this down here. Yeah, I know this looks terrible. I just, hit component. Okay. Other actor. Yeah. Let's try to cast it. Hit component, primitive component, other actor. Oh, we'll see. Hit. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. For what I need. Okay, hold on. The problem is I cannot see anything, but we had a few collided with an enemy, so that seems like the right thing to happen. But we will. Okay, we'll have to pause and see. Okay, pause. And now let's see. This guy collided with soldier 16, which should be the front row soldier. Yes. So now these two will be. This one's soldier 63, right? Not yet. Okay, let me run it for a little longer. Okay, now they're engaged. Okay. So what I need them to do is not move to their assigned location, because this guy is still trying to get to his position, which is, look, he's standing on it right now, I guess. Rosie, are you being a bad kitty again? No. Yeah. Be a good cat, not a bad cat. Can you see Rosie? you should be able to see Rosie. She is adorable. There we go. Rosie. Hi. Say hi to the stream. What? Yeah. Okay, that's enough of Rosie time. Okay. So now we have a soldier, and he says, I found an enemy. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of the prints. Wait, what was this? Was it false or true? Oh, it's true, okay. Boom, boom, there, okay. And this will be in its own function eventually, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna So what should we do first? We should okay. No, I still need my chat window. Hmm. Let's put this back. Hmm. Okay, so we need two things. We need to handle the soldiers and then handle the unit. So okay, let's tell the unit that we have found an enemy. I'm pretty sure I have some trigger fight status here. Yeah. Okay. So really, Rosie, you're distracting me. Okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna trigger this fight status. That's what we should do. Where's my unit reference? Trigger fight status. There we go. So what will happen here is okay, so we tell the unit we're fighting. So the unit will stop attacking the enemy unit. Because attack enemy unit is a function that chases the enemy. Yeah, I know. There was a suggestion that I rewrite this with state trees, and I will. But I want to finish this functionality first, if it makes any sense, because I want to go from like a functioning thing to a better functioning thing, not like a mess in the middle of being done to something else that I cannot compare to anything. So I'm gonna finish it this way, and then I will rework it with the with the state trees. Okay. Engage the enemy. So the enemy is locked on. God damn it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna set my rotation to the enemy soldier. So if I'm engaged with the enemy soldier, I'm gonna stop myself. Rosie. Okay. So I'm gonna rotate myself towards the enemy. So I'm gonna do set actor rotation, and the new rotation is gonna be get the look at. That's not gonna work. 5 look at rotation. And we're going between me and get a reference to self location, get actor location. There we go. Boom. And we're looking at the enemy soldier. Enemy to look on. Get actor location. So this should technically work. Also, I should say, how do I do the halting? Unit halt. Target move position. Called trigger unit movement. Okay, so that doesn't seem like the best way to do it. I'm just gonna add that to the code cleanup. Rework stopping for soldiers. Okay. But for now, I'm gonna do the same thing. So, once I find the enemy, I'm gonna say that set target position, set target move position is the same as my current position. Wait, is this a transform? Split struct pin. Oh, this is transform. Okay, well. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna do this. I wonder if I should do the rotation here. Okay, let's try that. And then we say handle order. And my controller is here's my AI controller. Somewhere in here. Soldier controller. Okay. So we're gonna do this. This should stop my soldier and turn him, like, very jankily turn him towards the opposition. Okay, well, let's let's see if that works. Let's see if it works the way I want it to work. This should also be separated into its own function because I also want the enemy soldiers to do the same. I want them, like, if you're hit by an enemy, then just turn towards that enemy. Okay, so the front row guys stopped moving. And they didn't turn in place, so the handle move order doesn't do that. But this guy is locked onto 43, which is good. And the rest of the guys are kind of just stopped. So these guys would start fighting, right? And then we would just wait for one of them to die. And then we go in and fight. I mean, that's technically what I want. So let's say this guy dies, right? Let's take him out. Now we've got, so this guy says I died and this guy killed me. So we could basically run an algorithm and say, who is the closest to this guy? They will step up and attack. Or this guy will move up to his position. Maybe if it's not approached in some time, like if in a few seconds nobody comes up, he will move up and try to hit somebody else. Because he knows what unit he's attacking, so it could just be like, hey, I'm going to move towards the center of this unit and find somebody to attack. That could work. Like, that could visually be what I want. I think. Okay, but the death is going to be handled a little later. Okay, so we're also going to set actor rotation here and just see if we did it correctly. Okay, let's go. So the front row should turn towards their enemy. Damn it. Yeah, they did. I kind of like them bunching up like this, but I'm not sure it's a good idea in general. Okay. I wonder who if this guy is really locked onto him. This guy could be locked onto this guy. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. So I don't think they should keep going. I think they should rather hold formation, you know? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna separate this into a function. Stop and face enemy. Okay. Yeah. So we say get engaged by the enemy, and then we can say stop and face your enemy. That's it. And with this, we should get the front row of the enemy unit also looking at me. Sort of abruptly switching their rotation. Yeah, so they rotated. I'm gonna hold them. Okay, let's try to attack these guys. Yeah. Yes, okay, that's correct. So this first guy stayed locked onto this guy. And this soldier is also locked onto soldier 60, which is fine, which is what flanking is, basically. But I also figured out something. Enemy to lock on should probably be an array, not a single thing. So yeah, if there's only one, you log on to them and you fight. And if you get flanked, although it's poorly named, if I'm gonna use it for that, but yeah. Okay, let's try that. Let's try. Okay. Actually, let's do it. Enemies to engage. Let's say it's BP soldier, and we're gonna turn it into an array. Yes. Array or set. Array or set. Let's keep it as an array. Okay. So we're gonna have to. Okay. So engage the enemy, and that comes from the event graph right here. Cast to BP soldier, engage enemy. Where are we setting it as the enemy to lock onto? Okay, so that's the enemy soldier. We're gonna ask not if this is valid, but if there is nobody. Get enemies is empty. Okay, so if this is empty, let's get rid of this. If enemies to engage is empty, then we add to it then we say, hey, get engaged by yeah, okay, that works. And stop and face the enemy. Stop and face the enemy. Also should take into account not enemy to lock on, but I wonder if I should just send him as the function input, so I don't have to load him from the array. Yeah, let's do that. Stop and face the enemy, but then when I do this for the enemy soldier, that's not really gonna work. Is it gonna work? might. Look, one call from the thing. One, call from an array. It's not gonna do anything, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Let's do enemy to face VP soldier. There we go. And now we're gonna do this. Okay. So that should work on this side. No, PP soldier, engage enemy. Enemy to face. And then get engaged by enemy. And if this one, get enemies, is empty, if it's empty, then we should well, we should add him here either way. But if he's the only one, month equals 1. Yeah. So then we should stop and face the enemy soldier. There we go. If we are already engaging an enemy and we get engaged from the side, then then we shouldn't turn to that side. We should keep fighting the guy we were fighting. So that's the false. So we're just going to be surrounded by other soldiers. Yeah. I think this makes sense. We can test it out. We can test it out by doing the following. Okay, let me get this group here. And let me attack you like this, and let me attack you from this side. It's still raining, huh? Okay. And let's do it this way. Okay, so surrounded on all sides. So what we're gonna do now is attack. I guess we can all attack him, right? Yeah. Okay. Attack him. Okay, something did not work as expected. Is this guy engaged with anybody? No. So that's not good. And these guys also didn't turn. Okay, well, let's see what's wrong here. Stop and face the enemy. No. What about engage enemy? Didn't him to the fucking thing. So he never got engaged. If it's empty. Also, I'm using just the wrong. Yeah. Engage enemy. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. If we hit an enemy, if I am the first one to engage, right? If I hit an enemy and I say engage enemy, I should add him to the list. Send him the fact that I am now targeting him. But whether it's empty or not, that shouldn't really play a role. This doesn't seem correct. Okay, enemy soldier, give me this. And I'm also gonna this, yeah. And also here. This is the function input. Okay. Because when I hit an enemy, which is what's happening now, right? I collide with an enemy. He's not on my team. I'm gonna say, hey, I can add him into my enemies to engage. Into my list of enemies. And now if he's the first one. Okay, so like it makes sense because I could bump into somebody else technically while we're fighting. Sure, okay. Okay, let's try. So it's basically the same branch as it was with the engagement. Length equals 1. But I still think now what if I hit him multiple times? This is insane. This is really weird. Because I'm gonna keep hitting him, right? I mean, I'm gonna keep colliding with him. What if I hit the same enemy multiple times? I'm just gonna add him. So I should turn it into a set. And so if the set is empty, we behave in a certain way. And then if the set is not empty, what do I need this variable for? To look for a new enemy. But I can find a new enemy based on distance, right? Like I can just, you know. thinking. Yeah, okay. So should I use both? Both enemy to lock on and enemies to engage? Because I need to pick one. I need to pick one and I put him in that spot. And if that guy dies, then I'm gonna look through enemies to engage, find the closest one, and attack him. He's like, I'm coming to you, but if I get engaged by somebody else in the meantime. This is really kind of complicated. It's a good thing I decided to stream this. This is probably exhilarating to watch. But what should I do? It's funny, I'm wearing headphones and I'm not listening to anything. It's also a great way to. I should probably put on some music. I have like 30 more minutes, so let's see what we can do. Okay. I think I need to rethink it a little bit, just a little bit. So, we're not gonna call it engage enemy. We're gonna say, so if this is an enemy, we're gonna say, we're gonna have a new function here called on collision with enemy soldier. We're gonna call that on collision with enemy soldier. There we go. We're gonna we are going to call this is enemy soldier. There we go. I'm gonna put him in here, and we're gonna do some stuff here. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me put on some music. I'm on a silo vendor, so that's what it's gonna be. You're not gonna hear it, but I'm listening to the silo score. It's a really good show, actually. Everybody should go watch it. Okay, so I've hit enemy soldier. What do I do here? I'm gonna add him here. If I add him here, okay, branch. That's his index, right? The index of the newly added item. Okay. So if I've added So if I've added the first soldier just now, we're gonna say engage enemy. Engage enemy. Yeah. I don't think we need to take care of the enemy soldier either, because the enemy soldier probably is gonna have the same. He's gonna have the same functionality. Enemy soldier, get enemy soldier. Yeah. So we're gonna do this, and we engage with the enemy. What is that? If he's the first one, we're gonna actually engage him. So that means we're not adding him. We've already done that. We already also did it. Get engaged by enemy. I don't think we're doing that either. But we are stopping and facing the enemy. Okay, so that's a whole other function here. Enemy to face. Okay, we can just do that. Stop and face the enemy. Set active rotation. Okay. So if we get approached by multiple soldiers, then nothing happens. But what I did actually want to do is put this soldier here. So now, this is the enemy to lock on to. Stop and face the enemy. This is fine. Okay, but we also need to change this into a set, right? Set change variable type. Okay, let's try and compile. Yeah. Get engaged by enemy. Okay, we're not gonna do anything here for now. Okay, let's keep this in here. Enemies to engage. We're gonna say add. Enemy soldier. Okay, so now we need to do compile. Yeah, I know. Length. Equals 1. So if it's the first one, we're gonna engage the enemy. Yeah, okay. What about now? Okay, everything compiles. That seems correct. Okay, so let's see if it actually does what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's put these soldiers here quickly. Okay, I'll let them walk because I want to see them walk. Okay, attack this unit. Okay, don't mind the flashing lights. So we've got a soldier here. He is locked onto soldier 42. That's this guy. This guy is locked onto 67, and this guy is also locked to 67, but this guy 67 is locked to 27. That's him. Even though there are two of them. And of course I forgot to expose the set of soldiers. But we can do it again just to see if I've done it correctly. Okay. Oh, you already attacked. Okay. Well. Okay. So now we have. Yeah. Okay, pause. So now, if we look at this scrum here, this guy should have at least two. Yeah. Soldier 1 and 2. You selected actor. Oh, what the fuck was that? How did it? Okay, select him in the viewport. Okay. That was a weird thing to happen. Okay. Okay, so now it works as it should work. So this get engaged by enemy is nonsense. We don't need that. Okay. Okay. Trigger fight status. But we should probably do that. Yep. So the unit says we're fighting. But what happens with that? So my unit says I'm fighting. Does that change anything? I mean, not really. The soldiers will still bunch up around. Actually, there's something I did want to do. Collision with the enemy soldier. This is what I want to do. If I'm engaged, let's say I have a soldier and he's fighting two soldiers, right? And then a friend comes here and attacks this guy. Should this guy switch side, like switch to just attacking this guy? Like switch targets if you're engaged by somebody who only has you as their enemy. Maybe not on hitting them, but on getting attacked by them, probably. But attacking is problem of the future. So I might even actually there's a thing here. It's combat mechanics. Combat movement. Yeah, actually soldier death triggers rescan. Yeah, that's when scanning was a thing. I'm not doing scanning anymore. Hmm. Engage enemy. So this is an idea. Because let's say that we have so this guy called for help, right? Because he's surrounded. But I don't think he could actually get help. He can only get attacked by 3 guys at the same time, so I think that's fine. We're not gonna do that. Okay, I wanted to. Well, I cannot try that because I cannot. Hey, can I select these guys and send them here? I can probably, have them engage. Hmm. Funnily enough, these guys should probably be capable of attacking right here. So every soldier should be able to kind of scan while we're in a fighting stance. Just like, hey, is there anybody close enough to me who I can attack? Okay, so we're gonna go back to scan for enemies. Trigger. Scan for enemies. Trigger footsteps. Okay. Print string. We're gonna say tell soldiers to check their surroundings. And then, depending on whether I want the units to kind of stay solitary, stay stationary, or like I'm okay with them spreading out a little bit, I could set different distances at which they scan. So, if there's someone like right next to me, I will attack them. I will like engage with them. But if I am allowed for the units to kind of spread out a little bit, then the distance will be a little longer. And I can kind of move the soldiers out a little bit. And then on death, One soldier died. Yeah. I'm gonna have to tell. Basically, print string. Tell soldier I was locked onto. And that soldier checks a set of soldiers to engage for live and close ones. Okay. So this is what has to happen, right? So you have a fight going on. The soldier dies. The soldier tells his unit, oh, I died. And his opponent also, oh, I killed one. Tell, okay, hold on. Let's do sequence. This is how I do to-dos, by the way. Tell my unit. Unengaged soldiers. Check distance to my killer and engage him. Yeah. I think that makes sense. So the soldier who is the killer, he checks like which is the closest soldier that I was supposed to attack and attacks. Like if they're far away, like if he has to walk anywhere. Okay, let's do the sprint. If there are none, he scans for closest enemy. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna have to do. Why is it slowing down so much? Is there no way to create a dummy to do block inside blueprints? That's really weird. Like, I feel like it should be like, you know, not able to do that, but comment box. Custom function. String, yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they don't have a, you know, like a big shiny to-do box here, you know. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Should be fun. Should be fun to do this. But I think I'm gonna end here today. I have some other stuff to attend to, so it's just gonna be a short one today. Okay, if you've been watching, if you watched at any point, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I should start again at 6. Anyway,